We are now live.
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah.
I know this is not.
It's okay.
Like we are live.
Oh.
Do people see the Christmas lights?
Yeah. Well, it's just some. It just looks like this.
Jesus, that's really crappy. That doesn't look like Christmas lights. We have to do something about it. On the other side.
I can turn off the lights. Maybe it looks a bit more like this.
Like this. That feels more like a Christmas.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I feel the Christmas spirit. There you go. So, bam. 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 Where is the director? Director.
Almost done.
The director.
Antoni.
Well, yeah.
No.
This may
Where's
be
Where's he? Like, oh well. Wait.
Antoni has been hiding under something.
Share. So, hello.
You're gonna do the remap.
I didn't do that.
No, we'll see.
Okay.
Relocate.
Okay. So we are just doing a quick last minute thing, but if we can actually start talking.
Okay.
Yeah, we are live.
Good.
Yeah.
So, this is the last weekly of 2014. And we're going to show where we are so far with the animatic. Some of the artwork and developers. We're also saying goodbye today to Campbell, Bastian.
No. Gooseberry friend.
Going back. But they will keep coding, but they won't be here physically anymore. But then so they can finally do something. Yeah.
And it's gonna take several days.
Yeah. So I've been away for 2 weeks. I haven't seen any weeklies yet. So I will be very surprised. I hope.
You already saw the movie.
Yeah, that's right.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, there's a new film.
Okay.
That's new stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so let's give it to Mathieu to look at the animatic.
You wanna play the animatic?
Yeah, the whole.
So
The whole thing. Bam!
It will be,
share.
you have to play it back in 48 frames per second.
Put your glasses on.
So it's now reduced to only 6 minutes, right?
Everybody wearing their glasses?
Yes.
That's for protect
Is
your
there
glasses.
sound?
Well, that's the thing we're gonna find out very soon. Yeah,
Yes.
there's sound.
Looks like there's sound.
Okay, there's
Wow.
sound. And then what we're gonna do is
Bam!
it's gonna be this.
No beers on this weekly, right?
Hmm?
No beers on this weekly. Too early?
That's right. Usually everything goes wrong, but it's because of him. He started everything. So good. Maybe you want to be like a studio DJ, system administrator.
It's because the system wasn't touched. Well, he's taking care of everything.
He likes to get stuff to work.
Yeah.
So
Bam!
here is the new animatic as it is. So as you can see in the lower part, it's
Only
shorter already.
14 minutes.
And now we have an exposition shot. Wow. So this part, the beginning didn't change a lot from last time we watched it. But I removed all the dialogues, the sound of the voices, because we are rewriting them with Esther. There's no big changes, but still it's not accurate enough. So, and the scenery of Frank and Victor's meeting will also change. So it's not updated in this version.
compile after that.
Did Asta say anything about her planning during the next 2 weeks? Or is she only going to write in the new year after?
No, she will try to send us this before New Year's Eve.
Yeah?
By the end of December.
But in general, so people know, the main dialogue science is not that big, but it's mostly to connect the feeling and the emotion of Frank more to what he says. At the beginning, look at him, he's really, really thinking and he's making a decision. And then somebody disturbs him and he doesn't really react well to that. He should be more like in his mood still, in his emotion at that time. Right?
So what will happen is that starting here, Frank won't push. I kept this one just for this.
But even he will not push.
He will push like this, but he will stop like here, like way before the edge. He won't push the branch at the very edge of the cliff. He will stop. Victor will interrupt him like 1 or 2 meters before the border of the thing. So there's less emergency. And Frank will not react to Victor at first. He will ignore him on purpose.
Excuse me.
Like he's busy doing something. So I shut down the dialogue. But so
I thought you re-edited this part already.
no, I didn't change this yet. But I want to have the dialogues first. And so the relationship between them is a bit different since Frank has to turn around and doesn't want to at first. So it's a bit the balance between the two of them change a bit. The branch doesn't fall; it stays where it is, and Victor just tries to convince Frank to give him attention, which he does quite quickly. He's still sending the timer, but he doesn't introduce himself anymore because we don't need it actually. So he's not saying his name is Victor and he works for Cosmos Landromat. He's not saying it anymore.
So he doesn't do the joke about not being able to read either.
No.
Okay. Not bad.
But Frank becomes more important. I mean, he's a bit more Beamerish somehow. He's a bit more. He has a more stronger will of dying at first, and then he becomes interested because Victor proposed him the timers for something better than dying. So he convinced him to give him 1 minute of his attention. And as soon as he does, he attached the thing. It's still a bit awkward for them to be so close during the attachment.
Please.
Okay, Victor goes, saying the same thing that he doesn't have to move. I think I kept it.
When can I go? Where do I go? And how do I turn this on?
We'll pick you up. Don't worry. Just stay here in this exact place. Don't move. Just wait.
Okay, Victor now will add something. He will try to light up a cigarette with matches, but he can't because it's too wet or too much wind. And since he was supposed to wait a minute, Frank goes a bit impatient. He will also have a look at the branch and the rope next to him. Maybe considering to go back to him killing himself. Maybe. Just because it's a bit too long.
Should I give myself?
Or it's just like a joke, like since nothing happens, maybe and as soon as he thinks this, music starts. So this is the music from Farewell Dear Ghost.
A
Another
little
thing,
bit less loud. I can't understand what.
I've shortened a bit the tornado part also. Like it's like 30 seconds less now. I removed one loop of the music. But you can.
Cubes. Cubes. Not my cubes. Wow, cubes.
So 90s.
Oh,
Mm.
And all of this is new, so there's no sound. I mean, no dialogue. But
I'm sure you kept it.
no, not all of them.
Thank you.
Just a few key things.
This is good.
So he doesn't believe it. He's like, okay, something wrong. Where the fuck I am? Okay, let's try to move. Look. Okay, not that. Okay. And then he starts to slip. Oh, fuck.
And then. Oh, that's nice.
And he gets trapped into all those mushrooms. What the?
I see Igor has also his thing around his neck.
Ooh, that's not normal.
Just missing it maybe.
So it's between the mushrooms, something weird. It moves.
Oh
We see something
man.
inside. Doesn't want to see it, like he's scared.
Begin with one eye.
So she's moving very fast. It's a bit confusing because she
Lots of
won't stand still. There's also dragonflies eating the egg already.
Yeah.
As she talks already, they're talking. This is the dialogue between the two of them, which is a bit more simpler also. He asks for help, and she doesn't give him any.
So he asks for help and she says no?
She basically says she doesn't have time.
Okay.
So it balances because of her when she flies to run away. He tries to grab the fucking thing.
Grab it. He goes like, there you go. Ah, that's cool.
We see her once, then make a big U-turn. We see her again on top.
You're gonna read his thoughts. He's like, okay. There we go. That was a bad idea.
Okay, now try to calm it.
He loves
Easy, easy. Okay,
Okay,
and we are missing the next part, in which she basically arrives in a big wide empty part of the forest, sees her on top and goes straight away to the bed.
Bam.
So this dialogue will change also. They don't really talk about Victor. They just basically he sees her timer as he already did, and notice that hers is more used than his. So you understand that she's on this for a long time.
To die
And
for.
as soon as she tries to explain something, she disappears.
Or should I say, carpe fucking
And
diem?
he, just before, he also says that
Instead of enemies.
he's happy to meet her. That's the first time he smiles in the whole movie.
What
And as he does, she disappears. And he disappears too on top of the tree. He doesn't fall in love.
No problem.
No, really?
No frog at all.
Well, I was, but
No
until I
frog.
admit
Sad
you.
that you're looking at Alec.
What? Who's this Victor guy?
So this will be a bit shorter also. Like, enjoy the view, share this info about the timer.
Well,
We have a glimpse that she knows a lot and way more than him. We also understand that he's happy for the first time. She vanishes, he vanishes. Not romance. So this scene is like 2 minutes, and I think it will be at least half of it. Just 1 minute would be enough.
So does she actually explain what the timer is?
Not really. No.
So the audience doesn't know then, maybe?
Well, they know where it comes from.
No.
They know that she also has met Victor at least once, but way before him.
Okay.
So she knows more for
Yeah.
sure, but we don't really know what.
You could have a scientist who talks about the fifth dimension of love.
So then he can try and succeed to light up a cigarette. And this won't be butterflies, it might be bubbles instead. And you see one bubble that goes through the washing machine that explodes when it touches the machine. Yeah.
Like Michael Bay style.
Autobots! So we enter underwater and we have a fish appearing with Frank's eyes.
And listen.
There we go.
Done a lot this week?
What? Less than 14 minutes already.
I think it's 13 and a half, something like this. And since Tara and Frank
Excluding
dialogue,
that shot and the last.
well, Victor and Frank meeting might stay the same length, but I think Frank and Tara's meeting might be shrinking a bit. So
I'm not going to push forever. That will take also 1 minute. Huh?
you can start it, I think.
Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to. I just realized.
Not fast. So that's it. I work mostly on the jungle this week and last week. So yeah, still have to rework the whole Frank and Tara dialogue also. The scenery is a bit weird and the chasing might need some extra work also. But
I forgot in the edit, but I missed maybe one shot where you really see Tara beautiful coming.
Yeah.
It's still now a bit too moving. At least you have one shot that you really see how glorious and awesome.
well, I don't know because I don't know. I think we might have this at the end when they meet again on top of the trees. That also gives the feeling that he has to run for her because he was upside down spinning, so he doesn't really see her very well. So that's also a good idea for him to
She has
actually.
a nice face. She's very expressive.
Yeah.
It's the first time when you see somebody, she's different. Huh?
That's
Can already immediately be a character. Right?
All right.
Good.
so no more frog.
If we got budget, people, stuff, we can always add it back, right? It's a great
Yeah,
scene.
the scene is always possible, but I think it's better without it. It gets more to the point and gives more tension to the whole scene. The whole jungle goes faster. I think it's more interesting.
There's too much you want to do in a few minutes. That's the problem of it. So you have to wake up in a new body and find out how to live as a. And then he was meeting with other caterpillars. Then he was falling down and he got entangled and meeting with a monster who appears to be a nice girl who flies away from him. And then there's also a murderous frog who eats people. And then they fly off and have a race and he learns how to ride. And then there's a long dialogue at the top about the view. And then he falls down again. Right? So it's like a whole film in itself.
Well, we simplified the jungle, and I think that's better because again we focus on Frank, not on what happened in the jungle. So that's better.
It's also better because now in this sequence you can really focus on what happens to him and how he responds and how he takes control. Instead of all the stuff keeps happening.
That's also why I focused more on having his point of view, even with cameras. We're really close to him and very, how do you call this? Shots that are related to what he sees and feels. So it's really subjective shots, way more in the jungle than we had before. It helps this feeling also to don't really see what's around, really focusing on what he sees and feels, which helps, I think.
Awesome. Maybe you could have the frog trying to eat the dragonfly as it flies, and they avoid it just in time or something like that.
Well, I really think we should also focus on what's important for us to make, and I think the frog is a very, very complex and difficult character to succeed. So if we can focus on having good dragonflies, would be enough at the moment. We'll see. We have 5 main characters. We have a flock of sheep. We have at least 3 dragonflies. That's already a lot. So I don't know. If we have time, why not?
You can be in the back somewhere, sitting.
You don't see a lot. Yeah, I don't know how you felt it, but I really feel like you feel that the jungle is really dense already. So I don't feel I don't feel it's missing when I watched it. So.
That was my impression of the jungle. There's a lot of stuff going. Maybe it's just OpenGL rendering weirdness, but you can't really see what's going on.
Yeah,
like
that's what I was trying to do from the beginning, to make something very confusing, very dense. So I think that works. Maybe a bit too much at some point. I don't know.
Okay. Next person, we have Angela too.
Yeah.
She said she had something.
Bam!
Tara
Bam!
New default poll straight to black.
So for the world to see. Here we go. So yeah, she did, I don't know, the latest star. Did you talk to her lately?
No, I didn't, and I didn't saw that either. So.
Okay.
Because it was the feedback from the rigger, because they want to have straight legs to make them bend by the deformation, I think.
Maybe, yeah. Wow, yeah. Fellow babies, I guess. Interior mouth geometry and teeth, and wing attachment, and default mouth shape. So this is one, and then the other image is this. Bam! Bam. So she has a mouth with better than any of hers.
And the tongue, where's the tongue? I want her to eat a bite of something.
I want to see her smile. Look like creepy and staying alive. Creepy. Yeah. So hopefully we shouldn't see that. Right?
Yeah, but without teeth, it's also weird, right? So.
Well,
a butterfly with teeth? Oh, why not?
It's already a butterfly with 4 legs, I think.
You
can have teeth too.
Yeah. Anyway.
This is the famous 4-legged butterfly.
With teeth. And now she has teeth. So,
so that's it from Angela.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
And also will she had a final victor. But she didn't add a picture for that.
There is no such thing.
Okay. You can look at that next.
In the folder. then there is some stuff from Kelty. And it's, I guess, the chase scene. I don't know if you want to show, if you've been talking to him, if his work is incorporated in
It's
the
already
animation.
it's already in the edit we just saw.
So Kelty made, yeah, there are just the two chase scenes. So I guess these variations on top of what we have.
Yeah, it's just the part at the end where he tries to calm the dragonfly that he had.
That's nice. Cool. So yeah, that's I guess for Kelty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Angela.
Yeah. And then we have to do more art. We have Manu.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my
So
computer has been
Managed to
mainly
do
crashing, so
what
I
is
did.
it? You've been crashing Blender?
yeah. So it's
You're still sharing things? Yes.
it's testing what what I can handle, but it's
So this is testing A.
yeah. At first it was the new version of the island will be flat, so there will be no hills. Yeah, but yeah, you can go forward. It's I'm not happy about anything, but it's yeah. Maybe someday it will be all right.
Next.
Yeah, next. This is the latest. It's the flat version. Not latest. The next is latest. Yeah. Yeah. But still, so much stuff missing. So. But finally, I at least know how the hair system works, and I can cache it. So.
It's only 1 week. To him and you together.
Well, 2 weeks, I guess.
Okay.
It's not meant for a large production.
It's not meant to be used.
Yeah, it's frankly speaking.
I see a Mantic 4 file here. What should I do with it?
You can play it if you want. It's
I don't know if I want, but
it doesn't have anything to do with that.
there you go.
It's just
So let's show the world.
even more grass test. Yes.
Let's try. Let's show the thing. Show the movie here. All right. So these.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's nice.
It's a bit too much underwater. I think.
Yeah, like
The scale problem.
Oh.
This is like 10 meters. And this kind of wave would be more like over 50 meters.
yes.
I think it's also about the individual hairs because they're a bit like like you say wavy. They really make waves, and with real hair they would be very thin and relatively stiff. So they move as a whole and quite rapidly. And this is a bit they look a bit too heavy, I think.
And they're more springy also.
Yeah.
The grass parts usually they also.
Yeah,
bounce.
exactly. But they don't deform that much like a wave.
Yes.
You can see that they start moving at the bottom. You'll see it at the fringes a bit. They start moving at the bottom while the tip is a bit delayed, and that looks like a rubber hose.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of tweaking the low-level dynamics.
I like the chocolate crunch side. Like a grass cookie, right?
A bit more. Yes.
Cool.
That's it.
Okay, then let's do this and this. Just making show our faces. There you go. And then we have Antonis. Yeah. Okay. So shall I? This picture, thing, stuff, and here we go. Armature PNG.
Right, so this the new face maps I've been working on, and face maps are those blue areas you can see on the torus, and they are areas on the mesh that you can interact, that you can use to interact with armature, for instance, or anything else, and those are defined the same as a vertex group. And this week I've been trying to make them show up in the 3D viewport at first, and then trying to find ways to make them interact with the armatures. And the current state is that I have added a face maps toggle in the armature modifier, as you can see. And in the next picture, basically you can see the face maps down here, and I'm using the same scheme that we use for vertex groups. So if the face map has the same name as a bone, it can be used to interact with the bone. And that's it. I've also worked on subsurf modifier display a little bit to make this work, but it's a little bit of a work in progress. That's most of it for now.
This is meant to replace custom bones. So instead of a custom bone mesh, you can define a part of a mesh as a custom bone. And you click on it, and then assuming the deformation is well set up, it will look like as if you move the mesh instead of the bone.
Okay.
So it's a rigging tool to make invisible bones work.
That's the theory. And we hope it will work. Yeah.
Well, it will work.
Of course it will.
It will work. We hope it will work very soon.
A lot of people have made it work, so we know it works.
That's the goal.
That's
In 2015, it will work.
Of course.
Of course. You heard that?
You didn't say when. You just
I know. I'm taking advantage of that.
Yeah, 12 months.
No, it will be much sooner.
That was it? What you want to say?
Yeah.
Lucas.
Yes. Yeah, I've been mostly
The
doing.
land, the gooseberry.
Yeah, mostly I've been working with Manu on the meadow add-on thing. So I don't think it's worth showing that it takes too long to. Yeah, but yeah, you've seen some results from him there.
I have the wind improvements AVI. You want to do that?
Sorry?
I have wind improvements AVI.
Yeah, that's another thing I've been working with on the wind physics. Yeah,
Sorry.
show that. It's fun.
It's loading.
Loading.
It's
a
like
video.
It's like downloading the 26 megabytes of video
Another window or something?
into the player.
What
I don't know because it shows the spinning thing.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure about it.
Is it a slow network again?
It's just that it sucks a bit.
Yeah.
but it's-
Okay, that was from previous weekly. Yeah, just show it. It's not that.
Yeah, let me just share it.
Okay.
Let me just
Just only the
share
video.
like this. There you go. I think maybe the parola made it too. Oh, no, parola is still. There you go. Go over parola. Go over. Yeah, this
So,
one, yeah.
Yeah, and then there goes the wind, and you can see it waves around a lot, which is not really physical because the wind is exactly the same strength all the time. So I fixed that now. Basically, it looks a lot more boring now, but that's how it should be.
Because the wind.
Because the wind
uniform.
is totally uniform. It's
Yeah.
exactly the same strength all the time. So.
The
And I just to play around with it, I've added a few more details, made it a bit more fuzzy and some noise to the wind. You see how it reacts.
That's how it was before. A little depressed,
Yeah, exactly. All squashes together.
volumeless.
Yeah, that's the effect, of course.
But this kind of bouncy movement is not unrealistic for the wind.
It's not when you have Rhine wind and when you have turbulence, but none of this is in the actual simulation. So that's really just it's a numerical
okay.
bug.
Coincidentally, that is
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
works. How you can control it.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a clown in the film.
If you want to.
Or instead of a frog, we can have a clown.
They're very creepy. Yeah. Look at that clown.
All right.
And we have presets for hair dynamics. It's also nice.
Yeah.
Presets for?
Hair dynamics.
What do you
Oh,
mean?
hair dynamics is because they're not in the particle settings. So
What do you mean presets?
preset, you
Presets.
saw the values for stiffness and damping and all this stuff.
You can say
you
good
can-
looking hair preset.
Yeah, you can set this up once and you say preset. I want to save this
Oh.
and apply it again. Do something
So
else.
you got a sleep preset
Yeah.
and a Victor hair and a Victor beard.
So it stores all the settings you put for hairs?
Pretty much, yeah. Well, the dynamic settings for the other settings are in particle systems. It's a bit
Not like the
convoluted
itself.
and weird. But
Just the dynamic for baking it, huh?
2015.
yeah.
Bastian,
You are gonna handle it?
Yeah.
you're going to do a live demo.
Yeah, you didn't even see your folder actually.
Bam!
Next.
Oh, it looks like a clown.
No,
Why did you pick that hair?
Because it's more easy to see. A bit gray hair on a gray background on a gray
A
sphere.
Victor has that hair.
Yeah, you have to move it. No, move it first. Move it to the same workspace. No, you can just go back where you were. Oh, okay. I guess that works too.
Oxygen.
Yeah. That's it.
So still working on file loading, appending, and everything. 3 asset works, we'll say. And so last week, after improving the loading, the interface of the loading when we are appending or linking libraries, we can show every object on the same level. We can filter by ID types, so we can show only objects or only materials and so on. Resume previews for materials, and up till now we have no previews at all for objects. So this week I've been mostly working on a script and codes needing to generate previews for Blender files. So it's an operator. We can select several Blender files, libraries. It will start generating all the previews for the objects. Down.
The blend file already have preview.
We don't have currently have only for materials, textures, image, and a few others.
You say the blend file, it's just a
Yeah, but
Yeah,
not object.
No, but that's what I saw on the whole.
Yeah, but now we'll have a preview per object.
Like that was the interface to select the
So-
blend files of which you want to generate a preview for each object.
And now
But no,
we have previews for each object in the Blender files that we just generated. And we also can import from different libraries at once in a single shot. So we can import 3 objects from 3 different libraries in a single.
cool. That's cool.
So that was it mostly for this week and past week too.
But the option that you have to press generate, that will all be more like behind the scenes. But you can get out automatic
Not sure yet because it's quite heavy. So I'm
or
not sure.
One by one.
Yeah, it's I mean,
Number of objects and you start
the-
drawing previews.
yes. But the problem is we have to choose on which Blender files we want to generate that, because we probably don't want to do it. And although if you have a very big object. For example, I tried on my computer over there with Dragon from Sintel, and it just crashed because it runs out of memory when generating the previews. So you have to be careful with which objects you want to show. Maybe I'll have to add control to limit the size of the objects we render this way. Probably also an option to render in OpenGL instead of real render.
Saving this, or is it only manually? Are you saving the preview somewhere?
Yeah, it's saved inside the Blender files. I added previews to objects and a few other IDs, so it saves them inside the Blender file.
So that can also become a more silent operation. So when you save the blend file, every time when you when you exit edit mode, you can simply make a little preview and put it in the update.
Yes, but I mean, I don't know yet. Probably have it as an option, maybe, or something.
Yeah, maybe only for asset files because you don't want to.
Yes, that's the problem. We don't want that in regular production files, I think.
And then you might be able to say save as file with preview.
Yes.
And then it will check.
Yeah.
Make it.
Probably something like that.
Separation that runs on when you commit. Then when you commit, you can make it on the server side.
Did you look at previews for other things like
No, not at all right now, because well, textures we already have. It's down like materials. We have texture, image, materials, worlds, lamps. Those are saved automatically when you are saving the files. If the option is a user preferences is set on.
That's the most common stuff.
Yeah.
A group would be nice.
Group I had just, I mean, I didn't have time, but it's simple. Once you have objects, you have groups very simply too. So that will be added. Okay.
Bam! Wait. Let me just.
My name is Frank.
Then now you can. Welcome
To the future.
to your favorite moment of the weekly meeting.
This is whenever I must close YouTube, I think.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So today we, well, just to give a brief report of what has been going on in the past week. And in the past 2 weeks, we've been, well, because Campbell is leaving soon, we've been spending some time just talking through what's coming next. So we had some, like, a few discussions about what are the next steps, like in the big picture. So what we think we can do, how much we think you can deliver in the next months to make our, the tools for our pipeline so that they are actually usable and they are not ready the last day of the production where nobody needs them. So we spent some time doing that, and there will be a report maybe during next week before Christmas about all this. So an update on our planning. And then we set ourselves on a goal of trying to deliver something that people can actually try out before the end of this week, so before Campbell leaves. And we have been spending some time on, can I just show this, I guess, if I manage to type.
Is it?
We don't see anything.
I know, it's intentional.
Can you just Google it?
Yeah, I'm Googling it. So we put.
Is it being pushed off?
Come on, let's just do this. Just a moment, just a second. Give it just a moment. There you go. Oh, 0. Okay. What we did is what Campbell worked on mostly was packaging.
Just last night.
Yeah. Blender as BAM as a Python package, which means that you can now get all the work we've been doing with the BAM client. So one feature, most notably, the functionality to pack a blend file with all its dependencies And it's available as a command line tool that anyone with Python 3 can install on their computer, and it will just work. And I am now going to give you a quick demo of this functionality. So here we have our terminal, and we are gonna show the terminal.
Can you make it a bit to the right? It's clipping.
Yeah, it's because the projector is retarded, but that's okay. Like this.
So anyone in the world could type this in. It's not specific to our computer.
Yeah, exactly. So anyone in the world can go pip 3 install blender dash bam, right?
Yeah.
And it will get BAM from the pip repository, and it will ask me to be root because no virtual environment. So pretend as if you didn't see this. And it will install BAM. What happened now, is it set up itself in our system. So now we have the BAM command available in our console. So we can type BAM, and it actually is here. We have the BAM command. And so now we can go around our file system searching for a blend file with dependencies, and we can actually pack it. So we can do that by, for example, going to shared Gooseberry weeklies SVN. And then...
Is it animatic or?
Well, animatic maybe is a bit big.
No, try that.
Yeah? Okay. So we go on pre. Is it in pre?
Yeah, animatic 18.
Okay. Animatic. And then, okay, so we can go like BAM, for example.
Probably pack it locally, not into the network drive.
Yeah, okay. So BAM, what do we do?
Pack.
Pack.
And then the name of the blend file.
Animatic 18.blend.
And then
minus
O.
Minus O. And then like
desktop or something. Tilde. Yeah.
Desktop. Animatic. .zip. So this command is now running and is giving.
Wow.
I think it has maybe to do with the.
Oh, just do. So.
Okay.
I was always running with compress argument. Must be an error.
There you go. So what is happening?
It's not worth explaining. It's like a typo.
But if you don't type minus compress.
It's okay.
It's just a bug.
It will work without.
You always have to add the compress.
No, I need to always not make bugs in my code.
So you are going to skip the hobbit and you will have to fix it.
Yes.
So what is happening right now? Well, right now, BAM opened the.
In this file.
Yeah. We know.
So this is the entire edit.
Linking in every single movie clip in hundreds, possibly.
Since the editor is very, very messy.
Yeah.
There's shitloads of files that are also absolutely not used.
Yeah, exactly. And so what BAM is doing is just going over all of them, no matter where they are, as long as they are available, and is packing them together in a zip file together with the edit, so that then at the end of this process, which I don't know how long it will take, we will have a zip file that we can take anywhere on any other machine. We will be able to unzip it and open with Blender the edit, and everything will be there.
Yeah, I double checked. Everything that's available in the original is also available in the packed. There is a lot of missing, but there's a lot in the one you have too. So
no.
Yeah.
But you took the most horrible file we have.
This runs in about 7 seconds on my computer.
What?
This is over the network. It's reading some. Yeah.
Oh no!
It's every mod file.
Don't use the network here.
You still have to fix that.
It's using
7 seconds in one.
On a local. No, but I was at local drive.
And that's why I wanted to run it with the output on the share, because it would have been faster. Because otherwise it has to copy everything over, and it takes like.
It's got to copy it anyway. putting it. It's got to read it to write it.
Sure,
you're right.
In 20 seconds.
Well, we don't know how long it's gonna take.
You could do
You have
it.
to skip the hobby.
It can be easily 2 gigs. So
It's 3 gigs.
It's 3 gigs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we did it already. It's not that
Yeah, lots of
it's an
times.
experiment, but
We want to have afterwards as well.
yeah, well, we can.
Keep it running and keep talking about this.
Yeah. So it works for movie clips, image sequences, image strips, sound, video, everything.
and everything that is related to 3D assets also.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Pose,
other than
bones,
files,
custom.
textures.
Yeah.
So we could have run this on a scene, for example, and it would have worked as
Yeah.
well.
I set it running on all the open movie projects overnight, so Elephant Stream, Big Buck Bunny, and had it convert everyone into a zip, pull them back, check the original, check the destination, check all the examples of both files existing and missing, and diffing them to make sure they're all valid. And there are some errors still. It's not perfect with the Elephant Stream files. There's like old blend file crap, but mostly it works pretty well for the recent blend files. It's like
So-
text face. You've got
Yeah.
it's weird.
But with the elephant rig, we should use the BAM with Blender 2.41.
But BAM is not using Blender at all. It does everything itself. It's completely.
It's Blender agnostic.
You don't have to have Blender to run this.
But there is a DNA there
Yeah,
in the BAM.
Can we use
it reads DNA
3D
From what?
from Blender.
Yeah,
Blend files. Blend files store the structure. So.
it actually could support
So
it
it doesn't have this. Oh,
as long as
No,
any
it uses
Autodesk
Blender's DNA.
developer is happy to join and contribute some code that reads their proprietary
It's
file
not a problem.
format.
It just
And,
doesn't copy the file.
um,
add that option.
I could add it.
That way. So it does detect it, but you didn't add it.
Yeah, I could just look. I could step over every face and check for an old 2.4 face file image, blah blah, if I wanted.
What is interesting about this, another thing we can add while it's still running, is that it's very important, like the fact that we made this package, because now, first of all, is available to everyone, and the second is structured so that besides giving people the power to use BAM themselves via the command line, it makes available for them the modules that BAM relies on, of course. And this means that people can actually hook up their tools to BAM itself. So,
You didn't say BAM.
How big is the
so let's see, screen share. So as you can see here, this is done. And let's go. So if we go back to our, where was it? In our home, in the desktop.
Yeah.
Right.
H. Yeah.
So it's 3 gigs.
Wow.
And well, what we are going to do is very simple. We are going to take a file manager, and this is going to take another half an hour to unzip it probably. And open with the file manager. That probably was the wrong thing to do. I can do like this. Can just
You
run.
can just no, copy it out, extract the whole thing somewhere.
Right click, extract here.
Yeah.
Bam. So in the meantime, we can actually show people our.
How slow computer is this? The Duo Core from
The 90s.
No, it's a
Quad.
Okay, is it done?
AMG Quad.
No, I think it's.
If you use the window, it's the top.
Is lying. Okay, well, let's wait faithfully. So while it finishes extracting the whole universe, as I was saying, this allows anyone who is willing to look into the BAM modules to actually integrate them in their own applications. And we are going to provide maybe a bit more documentation about this, but it's a first step to allowing third parties to actually use this very useful functionality that can capture a blend file and all its dependencies and bundle it over. Most notably, render farms might benefit from this a lot. So we hope that this becomes a popular package for especially like this type of usage.
So probably the two things like a remap and packing, that's the two things you could use even if you don't care about anything else related to BAM. and you can import that as a Python module and just call it without caring about all the details. So
yeah, and our next step about this is that this is the BAM client as well. This means that if a BAM server is available in a film production, for example, we will have our own BAM server. It's possible to use BAM as a client to connect to that server and work in the and use the workflow we've been demonstrating many times in the past of being able to browse what's on a remote server and check out stuff, edit it, and commit it back. So the same functionality is bundled here. And
that will be set up in January.
Well, that works already, but of course, like for but yeah. So the web server itself, we didn't make a package yet, and it's not really. We didn't really plan well yet what to do because it's more tricky. But
is there a second?
You go into Blender, you open the Blender file.
Maybe I need to. Where is Blender? Like I can't simply double click.
No.
So can someone tell me where a Blender is?
It's on the desktop.
The Blender.
On the desktop.
Okay. I'm on it. I'm going on the desktop and clicking on Blender. And I think I went with my arrow here. So it's going to be opening it in the wrong. It just takes a bit. Start. Okay, so here we have Blender. And we can, well, let's just do it the normal way. So we go to our desktop, Animatic, double click, and
3, 2, 1. Oh, it keeps my crappy workspace too.
Yeah, you've got.
And here we have the edit.
No, that's not that. No, it's much more.
You can quickly do something with this.
Sure thing. Yeah.
So, okay. Well, you've got. It's got 2 windows, yeah. So
yeah, well, we could
just. Can we just put it on preview, like this?
Yeah.
There's an overdrop button now if you want to.
Yeah, so,
and this is the whole edit packed.
The original idea was to have the option in the cloud, but we were afraid that then everybody starts loading 20 gigabytes of data all the time. It's a bit of a problem still.
Well,
you can cache.
The idea, that's the last thing that I wanted to add is that this is what Campbell has been working on mostly. What I've been working mostly on my side is try to integrate this functionality using this BAM package on the cloud side, so that cloud users can actually access the content that is on the cloud. Just don't say anything. Keep talking, and make it usable. And this is coming. I know we have to go. And this is coming soon. So it's not ready this week because I could write a post about how hard it is to deploy Python 3 application on FreeBSD, but that's another story. Okay, so this is it. Okay, we have to go.
If you want to show, I put my weekly folder one sketch about the logo. If you want.
Okay. Let's quickly check this out because this can't wait. Weeklies. 0 bytes. This is the wrong weekly. It's because the mouse doesn't scroll. I have to double click. How to scroll harder. Go. Manu. Search Manu. BAM logo test render not ready yet. Double click.
There's the BAM logo.
Opening. BAM! With all the drawers.
With a little animal there behind the door.
Yeah, right. It's a monkey. Look at this. That's awesome.
We are going to see the Hobbit.
See you. Bye.